Hello, good morning. This is English Review with me, Miss Roro. How are you this morning? I hope everyone is doing great. In this learning video, I will be reminding everyone about the topics we have learned in the past 2 months. So, they are Let us just start the class by watching the explanation about quantifiers.
Quantifiers. There isn't much time left. How are we doing? We're okay, don't worry. The other team doesn't have many points left. Yeah, you're right, we're scoring lots of points. We won a lot of matches so far. But there's still a few rounds left. Well, with a little luck, we will best our top score. Much. Many. Lots of. A lot of. A few. A little. They are called quantifiers. We use them before a noun to indicate the amount of quantity of something. Let's see how it all works. First, let's organize these quantifiers into 2 groups. Those that express large quantities, much, many, and a lot of, and those that express small quantities, a few, a little. Let's look at the ones that express large quantities first. Much. How much milk do you want? I don't have much time, so I need to go now. Much is used with uncountable nouns, mainly in interrogative and negative sentences. How about many? How many flowers do you need? There aren't many oranges left. Many is used with plural countable nouns, mainly in interrogative and negative sentences. Let's check a lot of and lots of. They have had a lot of fun. There are lots of carrots on the table. A lot of and lots of can be used with uncountable and plural countable nouns. They are mainly used in affirmative sentences. Now, let's check out the quantifiers that express small quantities, starting with a few. She's got a few close friends that she meets regularly. This means she has enough friends. Not many, but enough. There are a few apples for dinner. Not many, but enough. A few is used with verbal countable nouns in affirmative sentences. Pay attention. A few is different from few, since few means not enough. There are a few apples on the table. Not many, but enough. Positive meaning. There are a few apples on the table. Not enough. Negative meaning. How about a little? They had a little money left, so they went out for a meal. They save a little money every week. A little is used with uncountable nouns in affirmative sentences. But remember, a little is different than little, since little means not enough. I have a little time left to talk to you. Not many, but enough. Positive meaning. She has little time to catch the bus. Not enough. Negative meaning. Keep in mind that much, many, a lot of, a few, and a little are quantifiers. We use them before a noun to indicate the amount of quantity of something. Much, many, and a lot of express large quantities. A few and a little express small quantities. We use many with plural countable nouns and much with uncountable nouns, both in interrogative and negative sentences. A lot of and lots of are used with both uncountable nouns and plural countable nouns. They are both mainly used in affirmative sentences. A few and a little express small quantities, mainly in affirmative sentences. A few for plural countable nouns, and a little with uncountable nouns. Note: in speech or informal writing, it is more usual to use not many, not much, or only a few, only a little, instead of few and little. And we often use a bit of in informal speech instead of a little. Sorry, I haven't called. I haven't had much time today. Do you want a bit of chocolate?
Now, let's watching the explanation about adverbs of frequency.
Adverbs of frequency. An adverb of frequency tells us how often something takes place. "100%, always. I always wake up at 6 o'clock. "90%, usually. I usually come home after work. Normally, generally. I normally swim after school. Often, frequently. I often spend Christmas with friends. Sometimes. I sometimes play tennis on the weekend. Occasionally. I occasionally eat Vietnamese food. Seldom. I seldom go to the library. Rarely. I rarely listen to the radio. Never. I never listen to rock music.
And this is the explanation about so do I and so am I. So do I, neither do I. I like ice cream, so do I. I'm wearing jeans, so am I. I can swim, so can I. I went out, so did I. I don't like working, neither do I. I can drive, neither can I. I can see the movie, so can I. I like watching movies, so do I. I took a test yesterday, so did I. I've been to Ireland, so have I. I couldn't watch the show, neither could I. I don't want to drive, neither do I. I haven't been to the movies, neither have I. Next is relative clause with which as the subject. And this is the explanation about relative clause with which as a subject. Which. Notice how you can join these two sentences by using which to replace it or they. The first sentence that is using it. Polar bears live in the Arctic. It is one of the planet's coldest environments. If we put which to combine these two sentences, we have to erase the use of it. So the sentence becomes, Polar bears live in the Arctic, which is one of the planet's coldest environments. The second example, polar bears have large webbed front paws. They help them to swim. The sentence, if we put which, we have to erase they, and the sentence becomes, Polar bears have large web-formed paws, which help them to swim. I have another example. The first sentence is, they have a thick coat of fur. And the second sentence, it covers a layer of fat. How do we combine these two sentences by using which? Yes, of course, by erasing the use of it, and the sentence becomes, they have a thick coat of fur, which covers a layer of fat. Now, what about the second example? On the bottom of their paws, they have fur. The second is, it protects them against the cold and helps them to walk on the ice. I give you time 5 seconds to think what the answer is. Yup, very good job. We have to erase the use of it and put which on it. So the sentence becomes, on the bottom of their paws, they have fur, which protects them against the cold and helps them to walk on the ice. Now, let's come to the third example. The first sentence is, females usually have 2 cubs. The second sentence, they live with their mother for over 2 years. It's your turn to combine these two sentences by using which. And don't forget to erase they. Yes, very good job. Again and again, your answer is right. So the answer is, females usually have 2 cubs, which live with their mother for over 2 years. And now let's watching the explanation about past perfect.
We use past tense to express past actions. But what if there was another action before the certain action in the past? How will you state which happened first? That is the time we use the past perfect tense. Past perfect tense expresses action in the past before another action in the past. It is basically the past in the past. The sentence, I had eaten lunch before I reviewed for the exam, is an example of past perfect tense. The first event in past, based on the illustration, was the act of eating lunch. So, we have to use the past perfect tense. To write it, follow the pattern had plus past participle, like had eaten. The second event in the past was the act of reviewing. Since it was the last event, we only have to use simple past tense, like reviewed. The preposition dictates the location of the events. If you use the preposition before, like in this sentence, the first event in the past should be in the first part of the sentence, and the last event should be in second part of the sentence. Another example, I won the quiz bee after I had reviewed hard. In this sentence, the preposition after is used. So, the first event, had reviewed, should be in the second part, and the last event, won, should be in the first part of the sentence. Take note that, whatever preposition you use, the first event should always be in the past perfect tense. With the format, had, plus, past participle, and the second event should always be in the simple past tense. Another example, we had attended a party before we went home. We use the preposition before. So, the first event was the first part of the sentence, and the second event was the second part of the sentence. Let's practice. correct the tense of the verb to make a sound sentence. Anton, submit his project before the teacher announced the deadline. What should be the correct tense of the verb? The correct answers are had submitted and announced. I play Mobile Legends after I eat breakfast. The correct tense of the verbs are played and had eaten.
This is about pronouns. Indefinite pronoun. An indefinite pronoun is a pronoun that does not refer to any particular person, thing, or place. The indefinite pronouns ending in body, one, thing, and where are used to refer to people, things, and places. When you do not know who or what they are written as one word. No one is written as two separate words. Let's look this table. Somebody, anybody, nobody, everybody, someone, anyone, no one, everyone, something, anything, nothing, everything, somewhere, anywhere, nowhere, and everywhere. All of these indefinite pronouns take singular verbs. Everyone likes my father. Not everyone liked my father. No one was injured in the crash. Not no one were injured in the crash. Pronouns ending in one or body are used to refer to people. Everyone is ready to go. There is someone at the kitchen door. We need somebody to help us. Hello, is anybody there? Promise me that you won't tell anyone. Pronouns ending in one and body are interchangeable. In spoken language, body is used more often than one. Pronouns ending in thing are used to refer to things. Everything had gone silent. There was something in my shoe. Did anyone say anything there? I didn't do anything wrong. And pronouns ending in where are used to refer to places that you do not know. For example, I've looked everywhere for it. I need somewhere to stay tonight. I don't have anywhere to live. We usually use indefinite pronouns with some in positive sentences. In negative sentences and questions, we usually use indefinite pronouns with any. We normally use plural pronouns like they, their, and them to refer back to an indefinite pronoun. Example, everyone has a right to say what they think. We do not use another negative word such as not after indefinite pronouns with no. For example, nobody is available on Wednesday. The next is comparative and superlative adverbs.
Hello, awesome students! Today's lesson is comparative and superlative adverbs. Now, first of all, what is an adverb? Think about it. Did you say an adverb is a word that describes verb? Excellent. It is a word that can tell me when, where, or how something happens. Now, look at this statement. Sarah works hard. Where is the adverb? Excellent. Hard is the adverb. It tells me how does Sarah work. Now, if I want to compare Sarah's action with, let's say, Tom, what am I going to add to the adverb? Just like the adjectives, I'm going to add ER, harder. Sarah works harder than Tom does. Now, the word harder is called comparative adverb. Now, if I want to compare 3 or more actions, I'm going to add EST to the adverb, and this is called superlative adverb. Sarah works hardest of all students. Now, most adverbs that end in ly or ly, we use the word more to compare between 2 actions. Now, the adverb here is slowly. The truck moved slowly. Now, if I'm going to compare the way the trucks move to the way the car moves, I'm going to add the word more because the adverb here ends with ly. So I'm not going to erase the y and put IER. No. The truck moved more slowly than the car. And also I'm going to use the word most to compare between 3 actions or more. The truck moved most slowly of all. You enjoyed? Thank you very much for watching.
And let's continue to watch the explanation about expression of quantity followed by of. Of expression of quantity followed by of. In this unit, we are going to talk about the quantity of things which is followed by the preposition of. The first one, when do we use of? We can use the preposition of if we find the words like this. They are a quarter. So, a quarter of. In the sentence we can see about a quarter of the participants came to the stadium. The second word is 2/3. You can put of, become 2/3 of. Example, 2/3 of the class come to school by car. The third word is 90%. Become 90% of. As the example, over 90% of us have brown eyes. Now, the second one, of, is optional. It means that in this word, you may or also you may not use the preposition of. As the word you see here, half of. In the sentence, half of the class voted for English as their favorite subject. Or, in the sentence, you may also erase the preposition of, become half the class voted for English as their favorite subject. Now, let's see another word. It is all. It can be all only, or also it can be all of. The sentence, all of the students in our group voted for blue as their favorite color. Or, all the students in our group voted for blue as their favorite color. The third one
mos without of. So it means that when you see the word of mos, you may not use of after it. The sentence: most students use the internet. And mos with of. It means that you have to put of after the mos. You can see the sentence. Most of the students in our class use the internet. Now, after you see these two sentences, can you find any differences? Yes, you were right. We can put of after mos when you put the article of the. You can see on the right side. So when you use the in your sentence, you must put of after mos. While when you don't use the, you may not use of.
That is the end about today's English review. Thank you so much for watching this learning video. I really hope that everyone understand what I have explained before. And if you still don't understand, you may freely ask me through the Edmodo. Last but not least, good luck for your final semester. See you again in the next semester. Goodbye!